The veil serves as a profound symbol separating the holy from the unholy and representing either hidden spiritual truth or direct access to God. Veils in dance scripture are found veils for women in Genesis chapter 24 verse 65, the temple veil found in Exodus chapter 26 verses 31 to 33, the Ark of the Covenant veil, Exodus chapter 40 verse 3, and Moses' veil, Exodus chapter 43 verses 33 to 35. We also have the veil of Christ's flesh, found in Hebrews chapter 10 verses 19 to 20, and the veiled gospel, found in 2 Corinthians 3 verses 14 to 16. The temple veil. In the Old Testament, a heavy veil made of purple, blue and scarlet woven cloth with cherubim physically separated the holy place from the Holy of Holies. It symbolized the unapproachable holiness of God. Only the high priest could pass through this veil, and only once a year on the Day of Atonement to offer sacrifices for the sins of the people. Moses' veil. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai, his face shone so brightly with God's glory that the Israelites were frightened. Moses wore a veil to cover his face, removing it only when speaking to God. The veil of Christ's flesh. At the exact moment of Jesus Christ's crucifixion, the veil in the Jerusalem temple was miraculously torn in two from top to bottom. This signified that through Christ's sanctified flesh, the barrier between humanity and God was permanently destroyed. Believers now have direct, unhindered access to God's presence. And the veiled gospel. The Apostle Paul explains that the veil now represents spiritual blindness. When people reject Christ or read the Old Testament without faith, a metaphorical veil lies over their hearts. Turning to Jesus Christ removes that veil and allows people to comprehend the truth and be transformed. I have with me some examples of dance veils. Dance veils are just a piece of fabric that we use in our worship. For example, we have a silk dance veil here. It's very light and it is in beautiful colours and has lovely movement. The next example I have here, these are actually silk hand-dyed flags that have been taken off the pole. We can use them as a dance veil. Each of these flags represents a meaning. This one means new growth. This beautiful purple and pink one represents tsunami waves of love. And this one here represents breakthrough, God's glory breaking through to the darkness. This one here, the fire of God. And this is just a simple scarf that's been hand painted with a heart to represent God's love for us and his blood shed for us. And the piece of fabric I'm wearing as a dance garment is designed to be unhooked and used as a dance veil. And I just have a little dome here that I can put together and wear it as a costume, as a dance garment. We're now going to look at some holds for our dance veils. First of all, we have the side hold. So this is a rectangular piece of fabric, so we can hold along the long side of the rectangle. We can also do the end hold, which is holding along the short side. We also have the grasp hold in the center, which we can use. We have the diagonal hold, which is using that side hold and just holding our flag to one side on our diagonal and the other side on the diagonal. And we can use that to walk around like so. We also have what I call the bouquet hold. So we place the dance veil over our forearms like we're holding a large bouquet of flowers. We can grasp the edge and then flip it forward and make a low triangle hold. Another hold you might like to do is what I would call a shoulder hold, just across the shoulders, and we can change that into a prayer shawl hold. Another hold we can do is just a ball hold, just holding our dance veil tightly. Some of the movements that we can do is a sway to the side, and then we can do sway, sway and circle, and sway, sway and circle back the other way. With our end hold, we can go over the head and forwards, over the head and forwards. With our side hold, we can circle around our body and circle around our body. So one side and then the other. And this is an example of some of the things that you can do with a dance veil.